It is one thing to get a job as a healthcare assistant. It's another thing to know how to protect yourself, how to protect your clients, and how to protect your job. In this video today, I'll be sharing how some healthcare assistants got themselves into big trouble and how you can avoid getting into trouble. And even when eventually you get into some form of trouble or you have an issue at work, how to protect yourself. Stay with me in this video. Hello guys and welcome to my channel. My name is Jane Sampson and this is my channel, Jane's Hub. If you're seeing my face for the very first time, hello, nice to see you. If you're returning subscribers, guys, you are all welcome. So guys, today I am here to share something that is really important to me. All right guys, so this story is based around home carers, or what we know as domiciliary carers. These are carers that go from the homes of their client from one home to another, providing care to the client in their homes. All right, now this particular client, at that particular point in time, they visited him at that time of the day. They were meant to, give him a wash or give him a shower and then put him to bed. That was the routine. That was the task for that, allocated time. Now, somehow, for some reason, by the time they got there, this gentleman, he refused to have a wash. He wasn't interested. He declined. And of course, he didn't want to go to bed. He said he was not ready to go to bed at that time. So even though it was his usual bedtime, he said he was not interested to go to bed and he wasn't interested to have a wash. So what this carer did, thankfully, was they documented it. They prompted him a number of times, and of course, he bluntly refused. And of course, if you have done your care training or if you have experience in care, you don't force things on people. It is their choice, all right? So now this gentleman, they documented it, and then it was written down, it was documented that he declined every action to be taken on him, and they left. Now, for some reasons, these carers, by the time they finished their round, they decided to go back to this gentleman to say, okay, now let's see if we can prompt him again and put him back to bed. By the time they got back, they met him on the floor. All right. Of course, what they didn't need to do, they had to call 911, and the ambulance came, and by the time they took him to the hospital, he was declared dead on arrival. Guys, the good thing was that these carers were able to document what happened, appropriately. They were able to document and say, this gentleman, we prompted him over and over, but he declined. And also they went back again to check on him, which unfortunately, maybe he was trying to get into bed by himself, or for some reason he fell and he couldn't make it. Now, somehow the family of this gentleman decided to take up things and said, no, we're not having this. We want to get to the root of it. And they decided to take the matter to court. Now, like I said, fortunately for these carers, this whole thing was documented. They had it on black and white that he declined despite heavy prompting, persistently, and he declined. And also they were able to go back again to check on him, even though it was outside the allocated time. But the family decided to go ahead to court and press charges. Like I said, thankfully for these carers, because they had it documented, the whole case, did not, work against them. So they were able to get themselves free out of the whole case because they had it documented that he declined. They were there. They gave what they were meant to give, but he totally declined. Guys, what is the lesson here? The lesson here is the care trainings you're asked to take. The care training that you take, guys, there is a reason why you take these trainings. Even though healthcare assistant job seems like what anybody can do, it seems like even if you don't have experience, you can do it. But the reasons why you're asked to take these healthcare trainings are because there are rules guiding this job. There are things you have to know at the tip of your finger as a healthcare assistant, that even if a client says yes or if a client says no, it is your duty to document it appropriately. If not, guys, it is your word against whoever that says anything against you. That is why you need to have whatever you're doing documented, and document it to the latter. Write everything that happened so that when anything comes up, you will be able to defend yourself, or what you've written that will be able to defend. Because sometimes it ends up being that, okay, and like they say in the UK, if it's not documented, it didn't happen. That is what is the system in this country. So guys, in your best interest, the trainings you take, there are rules and regulations that are embedded in these trainings. Even as a healthcare assistant, I go through my training once, over and over again sometimes. There's a particular training I try to take most of the time, safeguarding. Safeguarding issue in this country sometimes is taken so seriously. Take your courses. If you, by the time you start working, you find out that areas you don't really understand, go back and retake these courses again so that you can understand how to protect yourself, how to work diligently, how to work efficiently, and how to make sure that you do things you're supposed to do in the line of care. Guys, also, I've mentioned this in one of my previous videos, how you need to protect yourself. And one of the easiest ways to protect yourself is to join a union. Join a union, guys. I've mentioned, I've done a video specifically for this, and you can check. I'm going to link it at the end of this video. And I've encouraged healthcare staff to join a union so that, for example, or God forbid, something happens or something happens to you in the place of work. This union are bodies that can protect you. These union are bodies that can give you a lawyer to protect you if you find yourself in trouble. Some of these things are inevitable. Some of these things might just happen even out of none of your business, or something that happened out of, not even your fault, but you just find yourself roped into it sometime. When you belong to this union, they'll be able to provide some form of assistance, some form of legal advice, some form of legal guidance to guide you, to get you to ensure that it doesn't get very, very messy. I've mentioned in my previous video, one of the union you can join is Unison. They just charge about £11 every month. Guys, £11 every month to ensure that, God forbid, you get into trouble. This union can help you, direct you, or to provide legal advice. So guys, please go ahead and share this video. Document whatever you're doing as you go to work. There are so many things that we take for granted that will be taken seriously. You'll be surprised how the whole thing will be blown out of proportion. You'll be surprised and be wondering, is it this little thing? It will go to the court of law and it will become an issue. So learn how to protect yourself. Take your courses all over again. Go and take more trainings. It's much more than just coming to the country to work as a carer. So please share this video, subscribe to this channel, like this video, subscribe, and of course, I'll see you guys in my next video. Take good care and bye-bye.